Hi, it's Chris Capel here at Dizzy Pig headquarters in Manassas. Kind of excited. I love this time of year. The colors are amazing, but I like to brine over injecting, because like injecting, you're injecting kind of like a dense piece of meat, and you'll get these pockets of flavor that are kind of scattered. When you brine, all those flavors are infused all the way through. It's osmosis. It pulls in all these liquid and flavors into the turkey to give you that zing and that flavor inside the meat, which is amazing. So yeah, we're gonna talk about how to make a brine. I've got a Mad Max like turkey brine, which is what I use. And it's all pre-mixed, the salt, the sugar, the spices. We use some of the Mad Max turkey seasoning in there. We also use black peppercorns and orange peel, lemon peel. It gives you that good like citrusy zing. A bottle of brine is enough for 3 gallons of brine. I'm gonna make 1 gallon. I think that's gonna be enough for the turkey. If you have a larger turkey, you might need like 2 gallons, or if you're doing 2 turkeys, you might need 3 gallons. I measured out 1 1/3 cups, because this is 4 cups. I'm doing 1/3 of that, which is 1 1/3 cups. I'm gonna mix that into my a quart of water that I have here, hot and just about boiling. I'm gonna mix those around, and I'm gonna keep on stirring it until all the salt and the sugar is dissolved. Now, when I used to cook a brine, I would actually boil the whole gallon of water and then add the ingredients and then boil the whole thing. Then I had to cool all this stuff off, and I didn't even realize until like a year ago that I could dissolve everything in a quart of water and just add that to my cold water. Can't believe I didn't think of that for so many years. So if any of y'all are bringing your whole amount of water to a boil, you don't need to do that. So this stuff is pretty much all dissolved, but I'm just gonna, heat it through, and I'm gonna let it go for 5-10 minutes to infuse the flavors out of the garlic and the orange peel and the seasonings and the salt and sugar. Now, if you're making your own brine and you're not using our Mad Max brine from Dizzy Pig, you can make your own brine. If you're gonna do it, for 1 gallon of water, you want 2/3 of a cup of coarse kosher salt. A lot of brines call for a full cup. I like a little bit less. It gives you a little more like flexibility with how long you brine the bird, and it works great. So I'm happy with 2/3 of a cup. I also put about a cup of sugar. You can use maple sugar if you want. You can use brown sugar. You can use turbinado sugar, plain sugar. I prefer to use like a turbinado or a natural sugar, or maple sugar, which adds a really nice little flavor to it. And so that's it, like 2/3 of a cup of coarse kosher salt, a cup of sugar, and then whatever other flavors that you want to put in there. Because whatever you put in there, that flavor is going to get pulled in with the turkey. You could use, like fresh ginger and lime juice, which is one of my favorite brines. You could use some sage leaves or herbs, even carrots and onions and stuff like that. A lot of people will put in their brine. But this Mad Max stuff, we released it, I believe, last year, and I got a lot of great feedback. I was always amazed when I cooked with it at the flavor that I was getting in my turkey, and my guests seemed to really like it. So I'm gonna let this go a couple more minutes. Now, it's at a full boil now. I'm actually gonna turn the heat off and just let it hang out. Let those flavors infuse a little bit before I add it to the cold water. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the bag. It's a brining bag that actually comes with our new Mad Max turkey kit, which we just put out yesterday. This is a heavy duty 6 mil food grade a brining bag that'll pretty much hold any size turkey you can put in it. You could probably even do 2 or 3 in here. So I'm gonna put this guy in the bag. my bag. All right, so I got my bag. I got my turkey in it. I got my zip tie. So I'm gonna see if a gallon does it. So we're gonna learn together here. Do I need 2 gallons or can I get away with 1 gallon? What's nice about the bag is you can, cinch it up and push all the liquid up around the turkey. I'm gonna go ahead and add this gallon of cold brine. Let's see what happens if I twist it around. You can see it's just barely covering the turkey. I want to make sure that it's contacting everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead with 2 gallons. Now you know for the 16-pound or larger turkey, probably going to need 2 gallons or 1.5 gallons. So that is 2 gallons. Twist it around, make sure all that air is out of there. Put the zip tie on. Did I spill some? Or is that leaking? Okay, must have spilled some. Anyway, that's all you need to do. Put that in the fridge, put it in a cooler, put it in a container and put it on your deck if you don't have any animals running around. And I'm gonna go about 12 hours on this brine. So that's really all there is to brining. If you have any questions, like shoot them across and I'll sit here and answer them. What you got? We got this 16-pound turkey that's been in the brine all night. And just drained it off. I didn't even rinse it off. A lot of people rinse it off. I didn't bother. That little salt on the outside is not going to hurt anything. So I just unhooked the legs. They had the skin tied around to hold the legs together, but I'm not cooking it the traditional way, so we're going to cut the backbone out. This is the breast side. This is the side with the backbone in it. You can see the end of it here. So I'm going to go in. I got a pair of sharp kitchen shears. They have like some that are made for cutting through bones that have a little more leverage, but I think I can get it with this. Just go right down the side of that backbone. You're gonna reach the thigh bone here, right around there. It's a little tricky. You have to kind of work through that joint. Spin around and come in from the other side. Now I'm doing this so I can lay the bird out flat so the light meat and the dark meat cook. So the dark meat will cook more before the breast is overcooked. Now I'm going to go down the other side of the bone. Thigh bone right there. There it is. Now, this is money. Save this for your stock that you're gonna make your gravy out of. You just kind of let that go on the stove all day with your giblets, your backbone, your neck bone. So now we got that. I'm gonna put this aside. So now we got our turkey, but we want to actually flatten it out because I want it to lay out on the grill. So I've got to flatten it out like that. There you go. It'll sit like that on the grill. Just like that. Now you can see that the dark meat here is going to get a lot more heat to it. It's going to take a little longer for the breast to cook, but when the breast is perfect, this dark meat will be pulling off the bone. I'm actually going to rub the back side of it first. Time to season it up. Oh, I got the seal still on there. No, I don't. The magic stuff. Nice even coat will assure you a nice even crust. That's why I do the bottom side of it first. This is the side that you see, so taking a little more time getting a nice even coat. Yeah, you kind of have to turn it around because there's all different angles you gotta hit. So that's a 16-pound turkey. I used a little more than half a bottle of seasoning. That's gonna be a good turkey. So I have an instant read thermometer I'm gonna use when I'm ready to pull the bird off so I can check and see what the coldest part of the breast is. But for now, I just wanna have a probe in here so I can tell generally where I'm at in the cook. I don't know that I'm gonna hit the thickest part of the breast, but I'm gonna try. The thickest part of the breast is at this end. So I'm gonna go in and try to estimate where that thickest part of the breast is and get the tip of the thermometer right in there. And that's gonna tell me generally where I'm at in the cook. See, right now it's 31 degrees because it's been in the fridge in the brine, and it was partially frozen when I started brining it, even though it had been in the fridge for a week. As you can see, it's good and it's a safe temperature. I know it's below 40 degrees and safe. Now we're gonna get ready to throw it on the grill. All right, so I got the turkeys all wrapped up, ready to go on. Like I said, I'm going a little crazy here and cooking it direct over the charcoal. I've got a nice controlled fire with not too much charcoal in it. It's reading 400 now. Once I put the bird on in between the fire and the thermometer, the temperature's gonna come down. Kind of want to be in the 325 range because it's direct over the charcoal, but it's not real critical as long as your fire is not screaming hot. I'm going to put the dark meat towards the back because the back generally runs a little hotter on the egg. Got my probe in the breast. We're on. Close this guy up and let her roll. Okay, we've been going for about a half hour right now. I'm cooking direct over the charcoal, so I want to make sure if the fire is burning hotter on one side that I can cook it evenly. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to spin my grate. (180 degrees). Nice controlled fire. All right, I'm cooking this 16-pound turkey direct over the charcoal. It's time to flip the bird. I got all the rub is firm and set up on top, which is a great time to flip it. I'm gonna pull this probe out. We got a little bit of color here, a little bit of darkness, but that's perfect. Now I'm gonna actually notch the heat down a little bit to look at that. Money.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the probe I had inserted said 149. I'm trying to find a colder spot. 156 is the lowest I'm getting. 157. $156. Yeah, this time to come off. Wow, I had that thing in the coldest spot. Nice. I'm gonna flip this skin around and put the flavor side on the meat and start pulling it. So all those caramelized spices are coming off on this meat. When I do the dark meat, I like to keep it all pulled and close to each other. Oh, look at that. That thing weighs like a pound. Like the nice thing about pulling is you can work around any tendons or anything like that. Really, most of the turkey is white meat, but I like to serve the dark pulled so people can get a little taste of it instead of eating a whole thigh. So yeah, like I said, my dad would take the carving knife and just start doing slices like that. And I realized not only is he cutting it with the grain, but not everybody gets skin. Maybe just work the whole breast off of the carcass. Now for the fun part. I can tell by the weight of these things that they're not popcorn farted. And because that pop-up didn't pop up. Where is that pop-up anyway? You know, everybody gets a little piece of skin.
Yeah, it's cutting nicely. Small.
Oh yeah, it feels wonderful. You know how like when you get your hair squeaky clean, there's like a little squeak to it? You can feel the knife squeaking through here.
My hair is squeaky clean.
You don't have enough to get squeaky clean.
Oh, okay, I guess that's the issue.
There you go. Friendsgiving.
What's everyone else going to have?